But the idea is that these small blebbing bodies are all apoptotic bodies from dying monocytes or even dying pneumocytes that are infected by SARS-CoV-2. And again, we're going to get back to this in a moment, but clearly there is a lot of apoptosis in the lung itself. The other thing we see is what was referred to as neutrophil nests. So these are neutrophils upon neutrophils. So what you should really see is something more like this, where a single neutrophil is coming to the site of infection. It's seeing that chemokine gradient, that call for reinforcements we talked about, and it's coming to the site of infection in order to be activated and induce some kind of inflammatory response. In terms of neutrophils, this response generally comes in the form of nets. So neutrophils actually expel out their genomic contents and create essentially a net of genomic material, which has been thought and proposed to be involved in the harvesting or trapping of bacteria. However, of course, for virus infection, this is less helpful, but this is the response that's being elicited in following SARS-CoV-2 infection. Again, largely because we do see an interferon gamma signature and more of a response that would be more thought of as bacterial and antibacterial in nature rather than antiviral in nature. In addition to this, we also see this very strange phenomenon of edema. And you can see this everywhere. In fact, in some of the older slides, you can see it as well. And it's the reason we chose this slide to show is because this is surrounded by actually healthy tissue. You don't see a lot of SARS staining here. We don't see a lot of neutrophils here, and yet these blood vessels are leaking. So I don't know if it comes out well on here, but basically what's happening is the blood vessels that are intercalating through the lungs are suffering from leakage. So you get leakage, which would allow for both blood to come into the lung, and we definitely see hemoglobin in the lung, hemoglobin in the lung, but it also would allow material to go into the bloodstream. And again, this is a point I would like to make now, but come back to later, that we have apoptotic bodies, we have cell debris that seems to be protected for long terms of time, and we have leaky blood vessels that would allow a two-way flow with regards to things going into the blood and things coming out of the blood.